Now for our featured story of the day. I'm going to be sharing Max Keiser's $1 million price prediction he just tweeted earlier today, along with some more recent tweets from Max. I'm also going to be sharing a $10 million price prediction from Rich Dad author Robert Kiyosaki, as well as some very bullish predictions from other major influencers. So let's start right here with this tweet from Max. Conversely, Bitcoin price keeps heading to $1 million as the devil's fear-based fiat world keeps crumbling. Faith beats fear every time. Read my piece in the Bitcoin magazine entitled Buy Love, Sell Fear. That's a classic piece he released back in October of 2023. If you haven't checked out that article, make sure to check it out, and shout out to the high priest, Max Keiser. He also recently wrote, this was on the 15th, 2 days ago. My understanding is that Trump, when he wins, is announcing a plan to do a sailor for the U.S. Treasury at the Bitcoin conference. Could you imagine Bitcoin being adopted as a strategic reserve asset for the United States of America, for the U.S. Treasury? Well, that's what he's talking about right here. This would be extremely bullish, not just for Bitcoin, but clearly for the United States of America. Also, in a recent interview he shared, once you get into Bitcoin pretty quickly, you start to realize it is unconfiscatable. It's inflation proof. It is mine. No one else can take it from me, and the purchasing power is going up forever. And he continues, Michael Saylor works for me. Larry Fink works for me. Those are my employees. When you turn on CNBC and Larry Fink's there talking about how great Bitcoin is, 2 years ago, he thought it was shit. Now he's like, oh, I believe in it. And you're like, thank you, Larry. I'm up another 10%. Thanks to you, Larry. You're doing a good job, Larry. Now go get your shine box, Larry. Epic. I love this quote. It is amazing. I love Max when he rants like that. Clearly, that's the reference from Goodfellas. Now go get your shine box. Classic. I love Savage Max Keiser, and he actually says that in this interview. That's verbatim, word for word. I transcribed it. So also make sure, guys, you're following the Huddle House Studio over on X. It's a new account. It's all purely Max and Stacy and Bukele. I'm actually a content creator on the account called The Delicate, so I actually can post directly from there. I actually posted this video and transcribed it, reposted it, and all that fun stuff. But show Max and Stacy your support, family. Now, in other tweets, they also shared, and this was actually last year in 2023, if only 5% of that money ends up in Bitcoin, referring to the total addressable market, you're talking about a price of $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 per Bitcoin, which of course is a target now within reach. If Larry Fink over at BlackRock, the $9 trillion gun, is going to start firing bullets at this little Bitcoin target. And lo and behold, that's precisely what Larry Fink ended up doing. So Max nailed it. Once again, this dude's prophetic. For real. So last year, he called it. And back then, they were only worth $9 trillion. Now they're worth, I believe it's 10.6 billion or 10.8 billion because they're up, trillion, because they're up almost $1 trillion on their Bitcoin investment, which is mind-boggling, right? So now for this other prediction, Robert Kiyosaki predicts 10 million Bitcoin. We're going to be sharing that, but let's start with his tweet. This was about a week ago, I'm going to guess. Let's look at the timestamp. July 3rd, so 2 weeks ago. Here's what he wrote. Boom, going bust. Technical charts indicate the biggest crash in history coming. Prices of real estate, stocks, bonds, gold, silver, and Bitcoin crash. Great news. Good time to buy bargains will follow. Technical charts indicate major long-term bull market cycle will follow, starting a bull market climb in late 2025, raising prices for years. This bull market cycle is the boom goal, silver, and Bitcoin investors have been waiting for. Their patience will be rewarded. This is the long-term bull market cycle they knew had to come. They know it has to come because the U.S. is the biggest debtor nation in history. They know this long cycle bull market is coming because they know faith and confidence in fake money is dissolving. They know history will repeat. They know what happened to Germany's Reichsmark and the Zimbabwe dollar. They know more and more people are finally waking up. They know after the crash, the long cycle bull market for gold, silver, and Bitcoin will begin. They know after the crash, gold, silver, and Bitcoin will once again begin climbing to hit all-time highs. Gold possibly $15,000 an ounce. Silver possibly $110 an ounce. Bitcoin easily to $10 million per coin. They know to be patient. They know their time has arrived. take care. Now, I want to point something out here, which I find interesting. He says gold possibly. Possibly means he's not that sure. He's just hopeful. He also says it for silver, possibly $110 an ounce. Notice for Bitcoin, he doesn't use the term possibly. Notice he uses the term easily, which means he has confidence that Bitcoin is going to hit $10 million per coin, but he's not that confident in gold even hitting 15,000 or silver hitting $110 an ounce. So read between the lines. That's very powerful. If you know what I'm saying, Bitcoin will easily hit 10 million. Gold might possibly hit 15,000, right? Let me know if you understand what I'm saying there. So yeah, we know Kiyosaki has been very bullish on Bitcoin for a very long time. Now let's talk about some of these other bullish predictions from other big influencers. Let's discuss Cathie Wood. She's going to be speaking at the Bitcoin conference as well here coming up. Next week. Jack Dorsey also, obviously the founder of Twitter. They both believe Bitcoin will go to 1 million. And in fact, we had actually covered Cathie Wood's updates over the recent months this year. She believes Bitcoin could climb as high, I think, as 3.8 million by 2030. So she's gotten that much more bullish, which is a beautiful thing. We also have billionaire venture capitalist Shamath P., who is an early investor in Bitcoin, Tesla, and Facebook. He is bullish on Bitcoin, believing Bitcoin can smash $500,000 per coin by October 2025, which is $500,000 per BTC. We also have the old man analyst Peter Brandt. He says $200,000 by late 2025. Warren Buffett, who really cares what that guy thinks? He's the infamous one who shared, Bitcoin is rat poison squared. And then lo and behold, Charlie Munger, his homie, his partner in crime, passed. He must have ate some of that rat poison, but nonetheless, enemies of Bitcoin shall all perish. It's only a matter of time. Old money, move out the way and make way for the BTC, for the Bitcoin way. It's the Bitcoin slang. It's the Bitcoin way. But anyways, fam, let me know if you agree, disagree with Max Keiser's bullish prediction that Bitcoin will continue towards reaching $1 million as fiat money is continued to be doomed. Do you believe Bitcoin will soar forever as it has no top, just as fiat has no bottom? What are your thoughts on Jack Dorsey and Cathie Wood's 1 million price prediction? Again, conservative, because Cathie Wood recently upped those numbers as high as 3.8 million. In a bullish scenario. Let me know your thoughts. My personal perception is I believe the year preceding the following halving, the next halving scheduled to take place in 2028, I think sometime in 2029, we're likely to hit the 7-figure milestone. I feel it's destiny. We hit the 6-figure milestone this cycle. Hopefully it's this year. I'm betting on it for this year. However, if it's next year, it's all good. Bigger picture, we haven't hit the cycle peak yet. We're just getting started. Previous all-time high, previous cycle was 69,000. We tapped it November 10th of 2021. I personally feel we would have hit 6 figures. The previous cycle, purely retail driven, but we had scamsters and fraudsters and flim-flam artists working with Gary Gensler, such as FTX's Bankman-Fried, now serving 25 years in prison. However, now we're still more discounted than the previous all-time high back in 2021. Keep that in mind. Any price sub 70,000 is a buying opportunity. This is a discount. It's like going in a time machine, right? Because it's not going to be this price for long. Eventually we'll be 6 figures. You may never see another $60,000, $70,000 Bitcoin price ever again. And then you're going to be praying, oh my God, please, Satoshi, drop the price back down so I can stack more sats. Please don't say it's too late. Please don't say it's too late. Buy. Seize the moment. These are opportunities. Buying opportunities, that is. 225,000 by the end of the year, says JC Ice. I love it. Multiple 6 figures. Let's make it happen. I like 500,000 in late 2025. Me too, Laser. Let's make it happen. 100,000 this year for sure. How much 2025 is the question. Amen. I see 100,000 beginning September. My personal prediction, I've been preaching virtually every day. Anywhere from 222,000 is the cycle low. Shout out to Bring Facts on that one. And as high as 750,000 for this cycle peak. I think this cycle peak will peak next year in 2025. But let me know your thoughts, fam. And welcome to the Q&A segment of the live show.